at the camera now, so I should probably not pile any more up. Greetings, welcome back to Pinkoddbird. Okay, today we are here to just touch on a few little things that I wanted to go over with you guys quickly about what's coming up. And we have a celebration. A celebration. Yes, we do. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see, today the two things that I want to go over are upcoming project that I've been really wanting to work on, and I think now is a good time. Like, at least my brain is telling me now is the time that I need to do this. I do have a couple custom orders that I need to get through, but I need to be able to do something like that I want to create in order to get my brain free enough in order to actually complete custom orders. I don't know why, but that's just the way that my brain works. Let's talk about business first, and then we can talk about fun. So I just pulled out a few little items from my craft stash. I think what I am going to do is I have a really, you guys saw at the beginning of the video, a really obscene amount of authentic, vintage, and antique ephemera. So what I was thinking was I would make a little collection using purely authentic, vintage, or antique ephemera, along with, you know, I picked out this scrapbook paper pad because I think it's really pretty and just kind of romantic, and it can be a nice like accent to what I'm looking for. And then I have my poems for every mood book, which I probably won't take a lot out of this. I have taken some pages out, but they're really brittle, and plus I kind of love everything that's in here, as you can see. Some of these things I might end up keeping, like this one, for example. Things that I can't let go of because the books are actually going to be, I believe these books are going to have all of the actual authentic ephemera, so I won't be making copies of any of this stuff. So if it's something that I just think I really can't part with, I just won't use it, and I'll save it to make a book for myself. So I'll be adding, like you can see, this is already kind of falling apart. So I mean, if I can add whole pieces in the books, I will. If I can't, then I just will tear them and use them in various places. You know, I have like this little lady here, and on the back she's asking, do you like the leg show? So I think that's a pretty funny one. And then I have all these little pretty gals here that I would like to pop maybe some of these in some of the books. So this is mine, obviously. It's a Halloween postcard. And then, yeah, so all these cute little gals. And then what else do I have? And I really need to try and at least like use some of it because it's just sitting here and it's no good just sitting here. So to put them into a book collection where I can make a piece of art with my own art and my own creativity, and telling, almost kind of like telling a story within my own art of somebody else's story, where it can get looked at and enjoyed. I think that's kind of like the objective, right? That's what it's all about. Take a look at some of these. I won't pull them all out. Old Town Hall, The Big Dance, Aaron Slick from Pumpkin Creek. Oh, see, some of these are going to be really cool that I can actually scan and share with you guys as digital images, because these are like one-of-a-kind things that you really can't find anywhere. So, I mean, this is a graduation exercise from 1922, 1927. Little vintage or antique. That's probably an antique photograph there. More pictures. So, lots of cool little ones in there. I think this, it's an old book, but I think it was, I can't even remember what some of this stuff is. Yeah, I knew there was note paper in here. So there are little magazine clippings here and there. Downstairs, upstairs. Wrong. Do you clutch the rail in fear of falling when you go downstairs? Here's the way to descend in poise and safety. Don't lean forward. Don't watch each step like the lady pictured. I'm guessing her. She's wrong. Yeah, wrong. She's right. Although she is kind of side-eyeing the steps to make it look like she isn't looking, but she's looking. Right, this is the trick. Turn slightly sideways so that you can see the stairs better. Keep erect, bending the back knee until the forward foot touches. This way you descend gracefully and safely. Wow, who knew there was etiquette to walking the stairs like a lady? Like a lady. Somebody wanted to keep that though. I think there might be clippings. Oh, so what they did was they tucked little clippings in between these notebook pages. Quick toe work. Oh, this is about doing your own self pedicure. I think these may have been glued at one point. Yep. They're just coming up now. That's pretty. See, I haven't even really looked through all of this stuff yet. It's almost kind of like they tried to make a nice little like self-care or beauty book for themselves, because this is about like giving yourself a facial treatment. This is like a little homemade etiquette book, I feel like. Etiquette and beauty. Don't do this, do this. Don't make a habit of sitting with legs crossed. It encourages fat ankles and bulging knees. It restricts circulation and is not a relaxed position. Do sit most of the time with your feet on the floor. It's graceful and comfortable pose. A more relaxing, better for the legs than crossed knees. Interesting. Don't constantly lick your lips. It is not a pretty habit, and especially in cold, windy weather, it may result in lips that are chapped and uncomfortable. Do use a softening stick at night to overcome the dryness that causes the habit. For daytime, use lipstick that does not dry or draw the lips. Oh, wow. This is so neat. This is talking about perfume, how to wear perfume. The crybabies. The crybabies are often mannerless and their values perverted by comics and movies that make violence a virtue and force an ideal. Some employers are still greedy and some unions are totalitarian menaces, and so on and so on. What to do with your hair. Oh, bless this little book. This is interesting. Look at, they even cut out some fussy cut little hairdos and stuff that they probably wanted to try. That's cute. I thought this was just plain like note paper. It's all vintage and stuff. Since the pages are lifting off of it though, I could still use this vintage paper, which is cool. Wow, what a neat little book. Huh, how about that? And now, shall we talk about 15,000 subscribers? I just wanted to take a moment to thank each and every one of you guys for joining me on this journey since the very beginning. And I actually, if you guys know me, you know I've been crafting for a long time. But I actually started working with like books, journals, mini albums, smash books at the very beginning of 2014. Although I didn't create my YouTube channel until 2016, the beginning of 2016, I think. So it's been about 6 years for me in the book realm of things. Although I did make like a personalized book in 2007, but that was a singular occasion. I'm happy that I did decide. It took me a long time to actually even get the courage to do it, because I was like, no one's gonna watch my channel. No one's gonna care. I'm gonna just be a small little fish in a big 98% water ocean world. So I definitely want to let you guys know that it means a lot to me that you're here. It means a lot to me that you stop in and watch my videos. And I just really appreciate you guys all the way around, for the comments you leave, for the likes that you leave, for even the dislikes that you leave, because whether you guys know it or not, the dislikes actually help my channel. So continue disliking away. It moves my channel forward just the same way a like moves my channel forward. So thank you guys all for everything. And I wanted to take a moment to show you guys, I found my first 2 things that I made that was inspired by like when I started seeing junk journals. So I'm going to show these to you, and then I also would like to propose a challenge for you. So if you guys know, at the end of my videos, there's a little slogan that I always say or show on the screen, and that is spread your crafty wings. So these little 2 things here are when I was barely beginning to spread my own crafty wings when it comes to making books in like the journal / junk journal sense. So I thought that it would be fun. Well, actually I have to give some credit to my friend Priscilla from Release the Crafting, because she helped me come up with this idea, and I just kind of like modified it a little and tailored it a little. And so here's what I'm proposing. If you guys would like to do a little spread your crafty wing challenge, it would basically be from now until the end of the month. And at the end of the month, we can do like a end of the year reveal of everyone's projects. And so the idea behind it would basically be that you can create anything that you want, anything that you spread your crafty wings and create. So it could be a whole book, it could be a tag, it could be a drawing, it could be a painting, it could be a poem, it could be whatever you want it to be. Whatever it is that you create, create that, and then you will have a date that you need to submit it by, and then I will be featuring every piece of art that is submitted to me on my channel on said date, and we will also be selecting a random winner. So I will put all the details for this in the description box below, so if you guys are interested in participating, I definitely encourage you to do so. That is one of the main things that I have always done here on my channel, is encouraged others to not be afraid, to just do it, to just don't think about it and just dive in. Like, that's the way I do it, you know? So I would really like to encourage you guys to do it. You guys, when you finish your project, whatever it is that it's going to be that you make, you will submit it over to me via my email. Send me a picture of it. You can tell me your name, tell me your YouTube channel or Instagram if you have one, and about the project that you're sending over to me. And you don't send the physical project, just send me a picture of it so that I can feature it and talk about it here on my channel. So this is kind of it all coming full circle, where I come on, I share my art with you guys view it, and now I'm asking you to share your art with me so that we can all view it. So full circle. Okay, so I'm going to show you that even though you think that your stuff might not be the best looking, or it might not be good enough, because I hear that so much and it's just not true. I want to show you guys the first 2 things that I've made, and you guys know what my work looks like nowadays. You know how I make my books, and you know how my final projects look. Well, these are the first 2 things that I made, and I'm not ashamed of them, and I'm not embarrassed of them. They are just the first 2 things that I made in the junk realm. So I think this was actually the first thing. And basically this was a paper bag. And oops. I don't even know which way it goes. It goes this way. It was a paper bag, and so I just decided to start by tearing. These pieces of paper were all from mini albums that I had made previously, because I started making mini albums before I started making like junk journals. Although in my mini albums, I was always like even in my first mini album, I had put coffee stained paper in the back of the book, because I was like, man, junk journals are so cool. Like I told you, I did about 2 years of research before I actually took the leap to start my YouTube channel. So, you know, These pieces of scraps were all saved from mini albums, and if you actually look at the pieces in here, I could tell you which mini albums some of these were from. So, you know, I just tore all those little shreds and I decoupaged them onto this paper bag. And then there's a pocket here, and there's a pocket here. And then it just opens, and it's not really much of anything, but I just was kind of messing around with just mediums and arts. You can see I've used sprays, stamps, marker, stencils, paint. Over here, this was just a little pocket. I think I was using Mod Podge, and that's so sticky, but there's a little pocket here. And I do love the way that this feels because it turns into like a whole different texture than paper bag texture. So this was just a little, I don't know, something. So I put Life is a Circus here, and this is a little tuck spot. I think I might have like punched that out of the bag or a scrap or something. I don't know. It's glossy though, and I don't even know what I did. So here I have a little piece, and it put right, a little stamp and spraying there. And then on the back side I have just some places to put photos and stuff, which I never have done. And then this was a belly band that I made, and with a little frame for a photo. So yeah, this was the first thing that I made. There's no rhyme or reason to it. There's nothing wrong about it. There's nothing particularly right about it. It's just what I made. and that's all it is. So, oh, and look, I even put my stamp in it. I think when I first started out, I had gotten my stamp for my mini albums. So I just started using my stamp for when I made my journals. Like, there's no reason not to. It's my own stamp. I designed it myself. I hand drew it, and you know, there's only one like it in the world, and it's mine. So, how does this even go? What am I doing? I can't even remember how I had this. It goes this way. How is this, you guys? I'm gonna laugh at myself when I see the video back. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that is this piece. But I'm never going to get rid of this. I'm never going to throw it away because I love it and I'm still proud of it. So now when it comes to junk journals, the first thing that I made was this, where I just took a clothing tag. You can still see the sticker from whatever the price was, and I just painted over whatever the maker was, and then I made a loop big enough to go around the book. And this is technically the first junk journal that I made, although the first junk journal that I actually made and sold belongs to Gracie. So before that, there was this. I mean, look at this thing, you guys. It's just cardboard that I painted over. I sprayed over it. I just used some paints. And look how ambitious. I tried to do 3 signatures on my first go round of making this. So, I mean, that's quintessential April. Always going for gold. Like, I absolutely probably should have started out with 1 signature, but I'm like, nah, I can do 3. I can do it. So I'm just going to flip through this quickly and show you guys what I did. So, because we all have beginnings, right? We all start somewhere. Our style evolves. We learn from others. And then you eventually develop your own signature traits of how you want to do things. And then that's just the way it goes. The rest is history. So here I had just used a napkin decoupaged on the front cover from all of the, I guess, sprays and stuff that I was probably using for this book, most likely. So I saved that napkin and I decoupaged it onto the front cover. This is some washi tape. This was actually the first washi tape that I bought. It was the only one that I had and used for the longest time. This is an old envelope. So I put that in here. I had some music paper. I put my stamp at the front and the back like a dweeb. I don't know what I was doing, you guys. And look at how crooked the signatures are. I think I even put the second signature's thread through the back signature. Oh my gosh, it was a mess. But And the next thing that I made after this book is actually the one that Gracie owns. So, you know, I was like, you know what? Okay, I get the gist of it. So when I made the beach theme one, I was like, okay, I got this. I can do it. And I did it. So here's coffee stain paper, book page. That's the Velveteen Rabbit. Greeting card. Look how loose that is. Stamping. When I used to do my coffee stain paper, I used to crinkle it. I don't know why I did that, but I used to do that. Bad stamper since the beginning to this day. And this is a pocket, I believe. Yeah. There's a little baggie. I don't know what this is. Is it a pocket? Oh, yeah, it's a pocket. And I decoupaged. I guess I just decoupaged. There's a tuck spot. Oop. Don't put your pockets like that because I almost just tore it. This is a little pocket. I haven't looked in this book in a really long time. Here's a pocket. Double pockets. I think that's a pocket. How interesting. And the other side of that napkin, and there's my stamp again. Okay, you guys. So just wanted to show you guys, don't be, you know, hesitant. Don't be afraid. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be discouraged. Don't be any of that stuff. Just spread your crafty wings. So don't forget to check the description box for all the details on the challenge. Everything that you need to know will be in there. If you have any questions, do leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about my first little projects here. Let me know what you guys think about all my ephemera and that project that I hope to have out for you guys here soon. So again, I just really, really want to thank you guys all so much for all of the love and support that you give me on this channel. I really appreciate it more than you know. And that is going to wrap it up for me for now. Be sure to stay tuned because you never know what direction this odd flock of ours is heading into. And until next time, toodaloo.